defensive tackle Orlando Brown Jr. talked a little bit yesterday about protecting his quarterback, his new quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. He said this, shouldn't have to run around because of me. So, Brandon, Orlando Brown Jr.'s comments were blank.
Yeah, I thought about this long and hard. I mean, you know, who was probably most excited about this, hearing this? This is probably Mama Mahomes, Miss Randy, new mama, Brittany. You got Patrick's fiance that just had a baby girl who already, by the way, has a scholarship to Texas A&M for soccer. But this is music to Mama's ears. She doesn't want to see her baby getting beat and brutalized like he did in the Super Bowl and sometimes in the playoffs. That was criminal, Nick. So Mama right now, Miss Randy, and new mama, Miss Brittany, they're so excited because their baby, Patrick Mahomes, is going to be standing upright. And he's probably going to have another MVP year. So music to Mama's ears.
Okay. All right, settle down. Everybody relax. It's an accurate statement. You guys got you bolstered your offensive line. Congratulations. We won't be able to sack Patrick Mahomes ad nauseum in the Super Bowl. It wasn't criminal. It was just a great game plan by Todd Bowles. But go ahead, Nick. Here we go. Here, get ready, everybody, for Chiefs Minute.
Tampa Bay Bucks defense fan, Kevin Wilde. All right, everybody, put on your thinking caps real quick. A quick lesson in Greek mythology, because the answer here is like Apollo. Why Apollo? Apollo was the son of Zeus. Why does that matter? Orlando Brown Jr. Who's his dad? Orlando Brown Sr. Famously, unfortunately, got hit in the eye by an NFL flag, derailed his career briefly, but his name was Zeus. So I did a little reading. I'm like, okay, if Zeus is his dad, he's Apollo. What is Apollo famous for? Well, he's the god of healing. You know what he's going to heal? My soul after that Super Bowl loss. The God of justice. You know why that matters? Because as Mark Schlereth would say, he's going to be dispensing justice on the offensive line all year long. And most importantly, Apollo, the son of Zeus, is the God of prophecy. And he's not going to have to run around because of me. That is a prophecy, my friends. So welcome to the team, Apollo. That's what I'm going to call him from now on. He's Apollo. He's the son of Zeus. And he's going to do all those things. And Kevin Wilde's referring to the Tampa Bay Bucks as "we" is one of the most disgusting things that has ever happened on sports television. It is repugnant. Patriot fans should kick him out of their club. I want all that on the record stated, Jenna. Fired up this morning.
Okay, Nick
Wow.
Nick can talk about everything but carry the one. There's nothing to say and nothing to follow that. Literally nothing. We're up in New England where, according to a report, Bill Belichick is trying to find a way to trade up, maybe into the top 10, possibly targeting Justin Fields should the Ohio State quarterback fall. So Brandon, Belichick drafting Fields would have the rest of the NFL feeling blank.
Wow, 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 wow. This is, I got to go with not again. I mean, we just saw him run off 20 years with Tom Brady. And I truly believe, man, and I hate to say this, but this guy is sliding. The Jets seems to be locked in with Zach Wilson, and I believe the 49ers at the 3 pick are looking at Trey Lance. So they're going to have their shot. It is news. What are you talking about? Look at this kid. And that's why I had to go with not again, because you have Bill Belichick. If Bill Belichick, your guy KW, has a little bit left in the tank, they can go dominate the NFL for another 10 years, because this dude is brilliant. He shouldn't be sliding. He should be going number 2 to the Jets.
Yeah, listen.
Not again. That's the answer.
The Belichick drafting Justin Fields would have the rest of the NFL feeling irritated for all the reasons Brandon just said. They're supposed to be out in the quarterback wilderness after 20 years of the GOAT, and instead, because a great player might slide, they could be pulled out of the wilderness. But I'm very interested to hear Kevin Wilde's answer, because he's, as we just learned 60 seconds ago, he's not a Patriots fan. So as just a neutral football observer that leans to we, the Tampa Bay Bucks, what do you think of this, Kevin Wilde? I'm very interested.
Okay, time out. If we're going to go, Nick, if you do I work for that poker show, Poker After Dark? Do I work for that show? Am I on that show?
No.
Do I know anyone involved in that show? No, I don't.
No.
But you know what? someone I care for went over there, and my heart went with them. And that was you, my friend. So the same thing that happens when former Patriots go to the Bucs. My heart travels with them. That's all. So if Jenna, if the Charge is having a heart that's too big and too loving, well, you know what? Lock me up and throw away the key. My answer is speculation C. No one knows what the Patriots are going to do. We're all captains on the speculation C. And I'm not going to say who said this. The names are withheld to protect the innocent. But last year there was a report that said, quote, everyone knows the Patriots are taking a quarterback. This was pre-Cam Newton. And we didn't. And then everyone looks like it's Jarrett Stidham's job. The starting job is in. And he wasn't. Half measures. We'll talk about half measures right now. Last week, Ben Simmons said, I'm the defensive player of the year. Rudy Gobert, I don't even score. I dropped 40 on him. Then he had this great play last night. Well, how did Rudy Gobert do? Well, I'm glad you asked. Rudy Gobert, first highlight, here he is getting dunked on. Not great at all. Boom. Good move by Rudy Gobert. He gets dunked on so much, he's like, well, won't hit me in my head. That'll save me the embarrassment. Smart move. Let's fast forward to the end of the game. Not great here. Here's the thing, and I've never been defensive player of the year, so, take my opinion with a grain of salt. Karl Anthony Towns is not hitting the logo shot. That's not Dame Lillard out there. You don't need to guard him. Instead, D'Angelo Russell gets an open layup to win the game. So, Ben Simmons, back to the half measures. If you wanted to talk trash about Rudy Gobert, don't just do it in an interview with Rachel Nichols. Tweet out this video, too, and just put defensive player of the year, question mark. Keep the trash talking going. You got to keep your campaign going. You got to go negative here, buddy. Go negative.
That's smart. Heady play, Wilds. I'll tell him.
Heady play.
Well, drawing a blank. Head up to Green Bay, where the Packers GM doubled down on their love for Aaron Rodgers yesterday. Said Aaron's, quote, going to be our quarterback for the foreseeable future. Hey, Brandon, Brian Gutekunst's comments on Aaron Rodgers are blank.
Brian, come on. Duh, we all know that.
Brian.
For some reason, you guys thought he was done. You thought, I don't know if it's because of the relationship with the organization and the new head coach. Things started off a little choppy there. Age, status quo, something that you guys may have seen in practice. So you guys go out there and you go draft Jordan Love in the first round. And what does he do? How does he follow up, Nick? He goes out there and have the most efficient year he's ever had and another MVP year. And now this guy wants to get paid and he wants a commitment. So, duh, we all know this. It's hard to find a guy like Aaron Rodgers. You are stuck, and you have to listen to all of his demands, Nick.
Yeah, these comments are hollow because there has been no action to follow them. They could have, A, extended Aaron Rodgers. They could have, B, restructured his deal, which Rodgers doesn't even contractually have a say in order to tie Rodgers to the team longer, as far as effectively longer, or C, traded Jordan Love. They did none of the above. Instead, he gives out nebulous quotes. He's going to be our QB for the foreseeable future. Gutekunst, by the way, should check in with Kyle Shanahan, who says, hey, it might be Pompeii around here in 96 hours. We all could be dead. So it is silly comments that have no basis in any action. So I say it rings hollow, Wilds.
Good Pompeii reference. Trade Jordan Love. My answer is let's make a deal. Call up Denver and just trade Jordan Love. We know John Elway needs a quarterback. We know Jordan Love has been stashed away. His draft value and stock is not rising, sitting on the bench for another year. Go 2 years without taking a snap. So trade Jordan Love to Denver and move on. Make Aaron Rodgers happy before he starts hosting Jeopardy.